This special conversation is brought to you by SuperAI Creator Lab, presented by AMD. Find out more at www.superai.com.
All right, thanks for joining us on Money FM 89.3 with me, Ryan Huang. Now, AI isn't coming. It's already here. It's reshaping how we work, create, build, and even imagine. But as the pace accelerates, perhaps one question matters more than ever. Who is steering the conversation? Who is building the stage where the next breakthroughs happen? Well, right at the center of that conversation is SuperAI 2025, one of the world's most ambitious AI gatherings set here in Singapore from 18th to 19th of June, uniting global leaders, startups, creators, and visionaries to explore what comes next. And today, we invite two incredible guests. He is Peter Noszek, co-founder of SuperAI. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today?
Good morning. Super well.
All right. And also joining him is Jasmine Eyal. She is the Breakthrough Junior Challenge winner and a Guinness World Record holder. Jasmine, good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
Awesome. Good to have you guys on. And we are going to be talking about how AI is shaping everything from startups to storytelling. So without further ado, Peter, let's get you in first. You're a seasoned entrepreneur and an advisor with extensive experience in the tech and finance sectors. So as a co-founder of SuperAI, you're responsible for organizing an upcoming AI conference set to shape the future of artificial intelligence. And interestingly, you've also co-founded Token 2049, a prominent global conference series for the crypto ecosystem. So let's start from the beginning. What gave you that initial spark to create SuperAI? And how did your experience with Token 2049 shape your vision for Asia's largest AI event?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think everyone knows how fast AI is moving and how AI is touching everything. So it doesn't matter what you're involved with, whether you're a creative, whether you're working in medicine, in finance, in some way or other, you will have heard of AI. And this trend really started picking up with the advent of large language models. So this is ChatGPT, for example. And this really started to kick in around 2023. So that's when the exponential impact of AI on helping us become more productive, helping us organize our thoughts, really started to take shape. And it became clear that the way AI is being built, it's happening all over the world. It's happening, being driven by startup founders. It's being driven by governments, by academics, by researchers. And we're all working in silos. We're all working isolated. So while this beautiful and fast-growing technology and this trend is real, the collaboration between people is still a little bit missing. It's still a little bit siloed. And so that's really what drove us to start SuperAI. It's to bring people together. That's fundamentally what we do.
Yeah, so bringing people together. So there's also a question about why Singapore? We do have a national AI strategy and a growing ecosystem, but definitely it's not alone in the race, not just globally, but regionally. So why was Singapore chosen as the ideal location to convene the global AI ecosystem? What advantages does Singapore offer that perhaps others might not?
Yeah, Singapore is amazing. It's a very unique bridge between East and West. And we see this in the global development of AI. It's happening in different sort of epicenters, mainly in the USA and in China. And Singapore is this fantastic bridging ground with incredible infrastructure, with incredible movement and attention around AI from the government, from startups, from enterprise. So everybody has prepared this launch pad that Singapore can be. So we see SuperAI as being an extension of that launch pad. We can help companies come into Singapore and bring their innovations into the market locally. Singapore, for example, is the world's second country in terms of industrial robot density for advanced manufacturing. So Singapore is already world leading. What more can we do to bring in companies and innovators and creators to support Singapore? And likewise, what are the companies that want to use that global stage that SuperAI provides, where we have 7,000 attendees coming together next week, where we have global media attention, where we have visionaries and really the leaders in the space appearing on stage and looking for what are the exciting ideas and startups that I can work with and bring to sort of global traction.
Talk about innovation and creating content. Oh, that's where you come in, Jasmine. Let's talk about how passionate you are in using technology to make ideas more understandable and accessible. You're both content creator and a science communicator. And talk about Launchpads, you know a thing or two about it because you're also the Guinness World Record holder for the most backwards tucks on a trampoline in 1 minute. All right, tell us about how you first started using AI in your creative work.
Yeah, so I've been using AI for years in my work. One of my favorite projects that I've worked on is a 20-book series I created for developmentally disabled adults. The organization that I worked with partners with the Singapore libraries to create these immersive experiences. I created this series around a little hedgehog named Harold who travels the world learning about different cultures. And it was really incredible to see how much the members connected with it. So I used AI for all of the illustrations. And it was really heartwarming when the members started requesting places for Harold to visit.
Oh, how did that process come about? Like, do you prompt it like it needs to have certain features? How do you create that image?
Yeah, so I started by creating a location and kind of concept for that particular image. And then I would just worked with Dolly at the time to continuously prompt and refine the image, removing things I didn't like and bringing out certain aspects.
Nice. All right, Peter, from your perspective, what have been some of the biggest shifts that have been shaping the global AI ecosystem in the past 12 months?
And certainly what Jasmine mentions there is creators leveraging AI. So we're seeing more and more content online that is either entirely AI generated or it's human in the loop, sort of co-created with AI. Even our trailer for SuperAI that gives people a sense of what's coming. This was, I'd leave it to listeners to guess. If they visit our website, superai.com, you can check the video there. Try to guess what percentage of that video is real footage, what percentage is AI generated, what percentage is actual animation. So it's hard to tell. So I think that's been one of the major trends is AI empowering creators. Another one has been the advent of AI agents. So we actually ran a survey with a sample of some of the founders and visionaries who are attending SuperAI next week and asked them what they believe is the biggest trend. And 70%, maybe 68%, answered that it's AI agents. So this is what, 2025 is the year of the agent, increasingly capable, increasingly autonomous AI programs that can do things on our behalf, whether it's planning itineraries or even getting to the level of executing these things like sending emails, like booking trips, and even helping us with our personal finances. So this has certainly been one of the trends. And I'd say the third one would be, which is certainly a mega trend, is humanoid robotics. So we'll have at SuperAI, one of the very interesting and exciting startups is called Persona AI. And what they've done is they've built humanoid robots for specific use cases. So you can imagine them almost like being Lego action men.
Nice.
One of them would be a welder. The other one would be someone to go into dangerous fires and help put the fires out. Another one might be a trash collector, and these different personas of robots exist to fulfill different use cases. So we're seeing more and more this trend towards how will robots help do the things that we don't really want to do.
Yeah, talking about creating stuff, there is going to be something called the Creator Lab presented by AMD, which is a standout addition to SuperAI. Talk to us about what this is all about and why is AMD the right partner for this?
Yeah, absolutely. So AMD are coming in because they are one of the pioneers when it comes to developing hardware that powers this increasing adoption of AI. They built chips that power powerful computers. And the key is how can you match that power with software that helps creators, whether it build TikTok videos, YouTube videos, Instagram posts. How can we bring AI into the loop of helping creators do what they love to do? And that's really the theme of Creator Lab. So it's an interactive session where space is carved out within SuperAI itself. This is happening on 19th of June. And it accommodates 80 attendees. And these attendees will receive hands-on mentorship, from KOLs, from creators, prominent creators in the Singaporean KOL space and also more regionally and globally. And they will learn how they can use software to map sounds and videos together almost instantly, very quickly, so that they can then get their content up onto social platforms.
All right, Jasmine, as someone who does all these different types of content, as someone who blends science and creativity, what part of the Creator Lab excites you the most?
I'm really excited to see what these individuals are able to create with these new tools that are coming out. I think AI is changing by the day and becoming more and more incredible. So I'm excited to see what amazing projects can come out of that.
As someone who's been in the process, how do you strike a balance between the argument where some folks say AI will replace creativity? Now, as someone who's doing it, what are the unique challenges when you work with people who are in this space? You've probably met a lot of high-profile leaders as well along this journey.
Yeah, I think to me, working with AI is a lot less intimidating because you can type these kind of half-formed thoughts into your computer and have a conversation about it. Whereas when you're talking with individuals, you never really know what's going to happen. And I definitely experienced this when I was about to go into the Breakthrough Prize ceremony that has people like Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates that you're just supposed to talk to and have a conversation with. And one of my favorite pieces of advice that I was given is that these celebrities are just as scared to talk to you as you are to talk to them, which made it a lot less scary for me. And it's so true that even the most famous celebrity is just someone to have a conversation
All
with.
right, what conversations did you have with Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg? What stood out for you?
At that time, it was mostly just about the event, and they were about to go on stage, at least Mark Zuckerberg was, to introduce some of the incredible attendees. So, yeah, just kind of casual conversations.
All right, talking about SuperAI, here's a bit of what you can expect.
This special conversation is brought to you by SuperAI Creator Lab, presented by AMD. Find out more at www.superai.com.
All right, we're in conversation with Jasmine Eyal. She is the Breakthrough Junior Challenge winner. And also alongside her is Peter Noszek. He is the co-founder of SuperAI. Now, Peter, we have been hearing a lot about agentic AI, AI governance, and open source large language models. What themes are going to be dominating the conversations at SuperAI 2025?
I think what you're touching on there is spot on. The rise of agents will certainly be something that's spotlighted. One of the most exciting agentic platforms, Manus AI, will be present at SuperAI. Their co-founder will be giving a keynote, essentially unveiling and demystifying how Manus works and how AI agents are shaping the way that we are productive, the way that we build businesses, the way that we create. So this is definitely going to be one of the most exciting themes to look out for. The other one will be around the advent of robotics and the way that robots are set to transform the way that industries work, the way that we are able to be more productive, and how AI is increasingly going to be specialized to fulfill different kinds of tasks that really amplify our state of well-being, our state of productivity, and our state of progress as a society.
Yeah, talking about productivity, Jasmine, what advice do you have for students or young creators looking to responsibly integrate AI into their work?
I love using AI for some of the idea formation processes. I think it helps a lot. I think that you can use AI to amplify certain ideas you have and bring them into reality. But I think it's important to make sure that you maintain that creative element that I think each one of us has.
Okay, Peter, to wrap things up, what is your moonshot vision for SuperAI and the future of the AI global ecosystem?
We're very excited to be growing SuperAI. This is our second edition, and both of them have been here in Singapore. So just seeing the growth from last year, we're still just under a week away from the event, but we're already seeing double the attendance that we had at the same point last year. So that feeling of growth is fantastic to see, and it really feels like Singapore is the perfect launch pad for this to continue. So we want to keep growing. We want to keep going in this direction. We want to keep showing, a fantastic, immersive experience for all these visionaries and entrepreneurs and just general curious individuals who are driving the AI space forward. we want to bring them together for increasingly immersive experiences. So if we're talking moonshot, imagine flying cars doing vertical takeoff and landing within our venue. We already have robots walking around, the likes of Unitree robots, but we want to see more robots, like the Persona AI ones, actually demonstrating their capabilities. We want to see drones flying around, satellite technology being demoed. All of this will already be on a showcase at SuperAI, but just imagine it scaling up bigger and bigger. And really, I think another key exciting driver here is how Singapore itself as a host city will transform during the period of SuperAI. So from Monday, 16th of June, Singapore AI Week kicks off. There'll be over 100 events centered around SuperAI. These will be meetups, there'll be parties, they will bring in creator communities, and also exclusive sort of behind closed door events where key decisions are made. We want to see this continue to grow, where Singapore really becomes this hub and hive of activity with robotic lab crawls. You'll be able to, kind of like a pub crawl, but you'll be able to visit different kinds of labs and GPU clusters.
All right, drones, robots, and much more to look forward to at SuperAI next week. We have been in conversation with Peter Noszek. He's the co-founder of SuperAI. And Jasmine Eyal, she is the Breakthrough Junior Challenge winner and Guinness World Record holder. Thank you for your time, guys.
Thank you so much.
This special conversation was brought to you by SuperAI Creator Lab, presented by AMD, only on Money FM 89.3.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.